Hello, this is Corey Scott again. This is my summary of my cross-cultural interview. I interviewed a friend of our family's. Her name is Katie Brown, and we've known her for about 5 years. She's from England, and she is a black woman. She is not an African American. There they call her Afro-Caribbean. Anyhow, her family owns several businesses over there, and her father taught her the importance of hard work, and so it's a value that she holds. She originally came to America because a friend of the family's who had a ministry here needed her help with some fundraising global. She's good with the fundraising and stuff like that, so that's how she originally got here. While she was here, she married a Hispanic man, and they had 2 children together. And she's divorced and single mom. Some of the questions I asked her, comparing her culture and where she comes from to ours, were more along the lines of what it's like to be a black person in England. She was the only black child at her school when she was a kid. However, she said that even though she knew that there were differences between her and the other kids, she never really noticed it. They were pretty accepting. Overall, she said it's more the Pakistani kids and kids from India that get some of the discomfort. However, she said that there was very little of that there, that country seems to be more blended than our country is. When it comes to the work values and work principles in comparison to her country to ours, she said that they do have programs similar to what affirmative action is in this country or was in this country. She said she actually thinks they called it affirmative action, never she couldn't remember. However, she said there were some differences there. There in England, she said, with people coming up and going into different industries, they do have quotas per se that they try to fill. However, they do a little bit more of the pre-work with people. What they do, the way she explained it to me, was that they do internships and mentoring programs to get people ready and more qualified for the positions before they go into them. So they have programs right out of college, some alongside of college, similar to what we do with internships in this country. But those programs are, working with minorities and people to get them ready for the types of industries they're going into. In some of our writings, we talked about, or some of the readings we had, talked about that there's clubs, that white America has, and that we don't teach the rules to people of color or people of different backgrounds. We don't teach them the rules, but we expect them to live by them. And I think that England is onto something there by taking the time to invest in the people and get them prepared for whatever industry they're going into. Also, some of the things she shared with me, the differences between that country and ours. They don't have, she said she would never think to own a barbecue in England. That's some of the things she really enjoys about America. Also, she said that they don't go out to eat as much like we do. She said that that's just something that would be presumptuous to them to be out eating all the time. Some of the other things that she shared with me that were interesting were how in England they are more sociable. And so here we have our Starbucks, and I think that was the aim of the Starbucks to kind of create the pub atmosphere. But in England, it's something she really misses, that while they don't go out and eat all the time, they do go to the pub quite often. And she said that was something that she really misses because there's like a sense of camaraderie there and a support system that the people there draw from. She said some of the hardest things about being an immigrant in this country is the fact that you do leave your family and friends behind, and you lose that support system that you have back there. As far as her education and where she came from, she actually went to Oxford University, and she went to the School of Nursing that's associated with Oxford University. In America now, she currently works for a nonprofit company who they create books for the blind, basically audio books, and so that she has a passion for education. She wants to see that people who are blind or suffer from dyslexia and things like that are able to get the same type of education as anyone else in this country. She also shared with me her goals and aspirations while she's in this country. She wants to one day work for Bono's organization, one.org. That's something that's important to her, and that's what she aspires to do someday, is to hopefully work with him. I enjoyed my conversation with her. I learned a lot about her and her country, and a little bit about the similarities between our countries as far as how we deal with race. Thank you for your time.